Guys, welcome back. Lantern Year 8 of Kingdom Death Monster playthrough. We are on the jagged edge. I say it so many episodes, but we are so close to failing. I can taste it, and it's not, it doesn't taste very good. We only have 3 survivors that we can send out because Burn, we had to skip the next hunt with him, so we have no choice. We have 3 survivors. This is the last hunt that we're going to do. If we do not succeed, we're done. Settlement over, because we only have one guy back at the settlement, so there's no babies, there's no nothing. We're done. I can only imagine Burn is standing at the settlement waving goodbye to the 3 people and just sitting there completely alone. How terrifying that must be. But with that, so we're facing a level 1 Screaming Antelope. We're trying to hedge our bets. I fought the Screaming Antelope quite a bit and the level 1 White Lion. It's been a while though, so I do not remember. I know that the Screaming Antelope moves around a lot, so we don't want to be in its facing. But I believe the Screaming Antelope is a little bit easier to handle than the level 1 White Lion. So we're gonna try with 3 survivors. It's gonna be dicey. So with that, let's set up the hunt board. So those are all the random hunt events right there, and then there's just 2 Screaming Antelope hunt cards here. Okay, so with that, Mrs. Beaver is going to be the first event revealer. Oh yeah, let me show you real quick who I'm sending out, and then we'll dive into the hunt. All right, first we're going to be sending out Mrs. Beaver, +3 strength, +1 evasion. We've got the anxiety disorder, so we have to have stinky gear, which we do, no problem. We're sending her out with the rawhide armor set, monster grease, counterweighted axe. We don't have that top red affinity on the counterweighted axe, so we don't get that perfect hit, do not draw hit location, unfortunately, but there's nothing we can really do about that. We added the bandages as well and the bone darts just in case. Grumpus is next, +1 accuracy, +2 strength, +1 evasion, crazed fighting art. We got a hoarder, so we're gonna have to archive one of our resources that we get. Hopefully when we finish this, we're sending him out with rawhide armor set, clawhead arrow, catgut bow, the hooded scrap guitar, monster grease, all that good stuff. He's blue. Mrs. Beaver's gonna be green. And Jadis last. Yep, only 3, unfortunately. +2 strength, +1 evasion. We're sending them out with the Spidicules armor set, the partial armor set. No more skull helm because it's destroyed. We're sending out with counterweighted axe, founding stone, and monster grease. Okay, so here we go. So Mrs. Beaver is going to be our first event revealer. Now, there is a card that we don't want to get at this point. Normally, we want to get it, but we do not want to get it. It's a... I can't remember. It has something to do with like you find like a dead corpse, and if you investigate, you get a bunch of resources, but a white lion shows up that's 1 level higher than whatever you're facing. So we do not want to face a level 2 white lion right now. That would be devastating, absolutely devastating. So let's pray we don't get it. I mean, the hunt deck is pretty thick, so our chances of getting it are probably pretty good. So, or not getting it are probably pretty good. So so here we go. Dead antelope. The survivors are struck by the scent of rotting meat wafting from a hulking corpse ahead. The event revealer may lead the survivors to investigate. If they do, gain 1 random vermin resource, 2 random screaming antelope resources, and roll a d10. On a result of 7+, the survivors are startled by the arrival of the antelope's killer, a white lion. In the hunt now, start a showdown with a white lion 1 level higher than the query or the highest level available. Using its setup rules, add a dead monster terrain card to the showdown. If they don't investigate, roll on the random hunt event. Oh no. I mean, 3 resources would be amazing. And it's really needed. Oh no. Why? Why did I have to pull that card? I mean, if we face a level 2 white lion, we're done. I mean, we're absolutely done. There's no possible way with this setup that we would face a level 2 white lion and survive. But the random hunt event table is bad too. I mean, it could cost us a bunch. We're gonna pass. We're gonna pass. But I'm gonna roll to see just what would happen. What would happen? 10. We would have faced a level 2 white lion. Good call. So instead, we're gonna roll on the random hunt event table. 43. I think that was a good call because that would have been the end of the settlement right there. Okay. Interesting. 43. A fresh kill. A carpet of skittering bugs point the survivors to a freshly killed monster. The scavenging insects try to defend their dinner, but the survivors fight them off to claim the prize. Each survivor rolls 2d10 and adds their hunt XP. The highest scoring survivor, roll off in case of ties, slays the most vermin and wins the putrid prize for themselves. They gain 1 random basic resource and 1 random vermin resource. What? It doesn't really matter, right? I mean, 2d10 and adds their hunt XP. The highest scoring survivor, roll off in case of ties, slays the most vermin and wins the putrid prize for themselves. I mean, it doesn't matter, but 2d10. So we'll just do Mrs. Beaver, 6 and a 7, so that's 13, 14, 15, 16. Grumpus, 4 and a 5 is 9. And Jadis, a 3 and a 2 plus 4 hunt XP. Mrs. Beaver wins the grotesque prize. So she gets random basic and random vermin. So let's do a random basic. See, karma. I played it safe. I could have been dangerous about it and tried to roll and see what would have happened, but I didn't, and I get monster hide and vermin resource. Hissing cockroach, vermin consumable. Archive this to lose all survival and gain 2d10 insanity. If you're insane, you must consume this. Nobody's insane, so we're okay. All right, so Mrs. Beaver gets a hissing cockroach and monster hide. We're only 1 resource down from where we would have been if we would have rolled against the dead antelope, and we would have chanced, and we'd have gotten that level 2 white lion, which would have been the end. So, all right. Mrs. Beaver's done. Grumpus is the next event revealer, and that's a random hunt event. We're going to roll here. 61. Frozen lightning. A storm sweeps over the survivors. Deep purple lightning flashes overhead. The bolts freeze in mid-strike and rain down on the survivors as jagged, glowing spikes. That sounds pleasant. Each survivor rolls 1d10. The lowest scoring survivor, or survivors in case of a tie, becomes a straggler. Great. Mrs. Beaver, 3. Grumpus, 10. Jadis, 6. So Mrs. Beaver is the straggler. A bolt crashes beside the straggler, catching them in an explosion of razor-sharp crystals. They suffer 1d5 event damage to 2 random hit location. Archive all fragile gear in their gear grid. Oh, man. 1d5 event damage to 2 random hit locations. So, 1d5. Seriously? 10 to the chest and the head. So we just go to a heavy on the head, and it's going to be 5 damage, so it's just a heavy to the chest, because I don't think we can get severe injuries during the hunt. Wow, not a good start. Not a good start. Not a good start. Okay, Grumpus is done. So let's have Jadis now. Reveal. Vomit pile. The survivors find the half-digested remains of their quarry's last meal. Wow, there's a bunch of dead body stuff. Each survivor may scavenge, gain +1 courage, and roll on the table. Okay, if we got a 1 through 4, we have to archive all consumable gear. 5 through 8, gain 1 survival. 9 through 10, we gain an understanding and 1 random screaming antelope resource. If no one scavenges, roll on the random hunt event. So let's have one person. Does anyone? Everyone has consumable gear. So we don't want Jadis, because if we have Jadis, oh, I forgot to add that. Jadis has +1 movement because she's got the 2 green affinities on her silk boots. So let's have Grumpus. Grumpus will investigate. We roll a d10. 3, of course. Sickening. Archive all consumable gear. Archive. So we lose the monster grease. Okay, well, there you have it. All right, so that's Jadis is now done. We move into the spot with the antelope. So we remove all these. And let's look at the showdown for the screaming antelope, because I can't remember what all we get. So 3 Acanthus plant train cards. So I forgot to, I pulled 2. Let me grab the other one. Okay. And then 1 bug spot train card. I forgot about that as well. Boy, it's been a while. 2 random cards set up normally. Okay. All right, so here we go. So we got Orvane and Toppled Pillar. Okay. Well, Orvane will be handy if we want to spend the resources to chase it down. But I don't know if we'll do that with 3 survivors. That's going to be really difficult already. So, okay, let me set up the showdown, and then we'll get started. Okay, I think we're going to do it. There's a lot I don't remember. I remember that, the screaming antelope tends to run around a lot. And then I thought, I think I'm remembering a level 2 screaming antelope, because there's like a diabolical thing where at the end of the turn it runs forward or something like that. So luckily we're facing a level 1 screaming antelope at this point. So we have Trample. When the monster collides with the survivor, they suffer damage equal to the monster's level to a random hit location. So that's Trample. So that is in play. The screaming antelope gets 7 basic, 3 advanced, so 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 wounds total. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 cards. And 7 of those are basic, 3 of them are advanced. Mix all those up. Okay, and then the hit location deck. Let's shuffle that up real quick. All right, and we're off to the races. All right, we can do this. There is a chance we can do this. Okay, so we set up on this side of the board. Acanthus plants are set up around the edges. There's a bug patch here. I set up the toppled pillar over there. I still just don't know what to do with it. So for now, I'm going to leave it. And then the Orvane is set up right here in between all the survivors. So I've got a good idea. We do not go first, right? Doop-doo. Nope. So it goes first. So I think what normally happens is that it'll not have someone in range, if I'm remembering this right, and it'll go over here. And then I think what we can do is we can sneak in and grab these acanthus plants, hopefully. So, if I remember right. But that might be with Diabolical. Yeah, that's right, because the problem is that with Diabolical, so there's no, I think its movement is 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nobody's in range right now. So I think what happens is it munches down on acanthus plants and then it would run forward. We don't have Diabolical now, so we're gonna have to change our strategy. I'm so used to in my head, I'm still remembering a higher level Screaming Antelope. So okay. Anyways, the Screaming Antelope goes first. So let's draw an AI card. We get Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range. No target graze. So there's nobody in range because our movement is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So we're gonna graze. Graze. Full of move. The monster full moves to the closest acanthus plant and ends its turn. If the monster is on or adjacent to a acanthus plant, archive the terrain and heal 1 wound. If there are no acanthus plants on the showdown board, instead full move forward in a straight line. So we're gonna go. All these are exactly the same distance apart. We're gonna have him move here, and then we're gonna archive one of those acanthus plants. And he heals 1 wound. But he doesn't have any wounds. So that's it. No target graze, and that's the end. Okay, so our turn now. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So if we go here, we're still going to be out of range of this guy, so he'll probably graze again. So we can sneak in still and grab those. So Mrs. Beaver is going to search the ore vein. So we roll a d10. That's a 3. Find nothing. Archive this terrain. Well, shoot. Okay. Well, that was worth nothing. And then there, Mrs. Beaver's going to move forward 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right there. Okay. So now we're going to have Jadis move next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they're going to search an acanthus plant. So roll 1d10 if you have the sickle. Instead, roll 2d10. 7. Find something tasty and consume it. If you do, gain +1 survival. We already are max survival. Archive this terrain. Okay. Well, at the very least, we're archiving terrain. Oops, that's not right. Okay. All right, it just didn't look right to me. So, okay, we archive the terrain. We gain a survival. Nothing happens. We're going to have Grumpus now. He's going to move up 5. And he's going to search an acanthus plant. Come on. 3. Something bites you. Suffer 1 arm damage. Archive this terrain. Awesome. Great. We suffer 1 arm damage. Grumpus does. So he goes down to 1 armor. Okay, so that's that. That's that. So now another AI card. Bite. Closest survivor in field of view. Okay, so we move. So we turn. We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh no. Oh no, we're 6. Oh, I thought we were moving 8. Yep. So we move and attack. We can't get there. Closest survivor in field of view. Yep, that's it. So bite does not happen because we're out of range. That puts us perfectly in the spot to start attacking. Unfortunately, both of them are right up front, which is fantastic. So out of the 2 of them, who would we want? And we're both about the same. So let's have Grumpus stay. And Jadis is going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 right here on the edge. and we're going to attack with the counterweighted axe. Speed 2 hits on a 6+. Oh, wait. No. Yeah, that's what we want to do. 6+. One hit. Oh, good. Restless Flank. Reflex, the monster turns to face the attacker. Okay, so here we go. So Jadis is going to roll. The toughness of the Screaming Antelope is 8. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. 2 plus. Oh, that's a crit. That's a good way to do it. Okay. Critical wound. Gain 1 Screaming Antelope resource. Blood run downs the Screaming Antelope's side. The blood loss weakens the monster. -1 toughness token. So we get a pelt and -1 toughness token. Strength. -1 toughness. Beautiful. Just forgot to put my turn tokens out. Alright, so that's Jadis' turn. So now Grumpus is going to go, because we're good now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to go right here. We can't make it all the way to the blind spot. So here we go. So we're going to attack speed 2. Hits on a 7+, 6+, because our +1 accuracy. 4 and a 3. So that's 2 misses. Let's do this. Let's have Jadis surge, and we're going to attack again with Jadis. Speed 2 hits on a 6+. One more hit. Super dense. Counterweighted axe is not frail, so we're good. So here we go. So we're it's a 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anything but a 1. 9. That will do it. That's another wound. Nothing there. We didn't critical hit last time with the counterweighted axe, but that's okay. Okay, all right. Surge is done. Let's have Grumpus surge as well. So let's see if he spends a survival. He does spend a survival. He's gonna attack. Hits on a 7+, 6+. 2 1s? Seriously? Okay. Well, all right. And then we're gonna have. Actually, we're gonna have Mrs. Beaver stay right there. We're gonna attack with the. Oh shoot, Grumpus had the clawhead arrow. Dang it. Okay, well, never mind. Mrs. Beaver's gonna move up here, then and attack. Reach 2 with her counterweighted axe. Speed 2, 6+. 4 and a 3. That's 2 misses. Well, shoot. Now what? Let's have Mrs. Beaver. She's gonna surge. She does not spend a survival. And let's have her attack again. 6+. Do you see that? Do you see that shit? Oh my gosh. 2 more 1s? Okay, well that's everybody's turn. Everything resets now. And it's the Screaming Antelope's turn. Here we go. Gore. Full move in the direction the monster is facing and turn to face the closest survivor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Turn around here. Pick a target. Random survivor in range. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So she's not in range. So 1 to 5, 6 to 10. 10. So we're going to do Grumpus. Move and attack. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Speed 1 hits on a 2+, 3+, 4+, 5+, 8. After damage, the target is knocked down. Do we send a survival at this point to dodge that? So if we don't, we'll spend a survival to encourage the next round. So yeah, so let's spend a survival. Let's see if we spend it. 8, we don't spend it. We're gonna dodge that 1 hit. So yep, we don't do anything. All right, there's no end of round actions with the Screaming Antelope. So it's our turn now. So Grumpus is definitely gonna move back, and he's going to attack with his counterweighted axe. Oh no, Grumpus is he's got the guitar, so it's so he is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move all the way back to the blind spot. Speed 2. It's on a 6+, 5+, or 7+, 6+, 5+, because we're in the blind spot. Oh shoot. Should we do the call head arrow? Oh, we have to move, so no. So 5+. 1 and a 9. Man, I'm doing too many ones. Restless Eye, first strike. You must select this first. The Screaming Antelope's massive eye glistens with human-like fear. If the attacker is insane, no. Cancel all hits and end their attack. Otherwise, the attacker suffers 1 brain damage. Okay, so that's a light to the brain. Okay. All right, so then we attack. So we're at 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So anything but a 1. 6. That's a wound. Okay. All right. I think Grumpus is going to attack again. Let's spend a survival. We don't spend it to surge. Okay, we're going to attack again. 7, 6, 5+. That's 1 hit. Okay, it's the Reckless Shank. If we wound, roll a d10 for each survivor currently in the monster's blind spot. On a result 3+, they are brutally back kicked and suffer 3 damage to a random hit location and knockback 5. Well, that sucks. It's going to be anything but a 1, right? For once, it's good that I rolled the 1. So we don't wound. So that just goes away. Okay. So that's Grumpus's turn. Jadis is going to go. Jadis is going to just come in here. And she's going to attack with her counterweighted axe. Speed 2, it's a 6+. 1 hit. The Restless Ear. If you hit with a club or shield, you clobber the monster and gain +2 luck when attempting to wound. Nope. So it's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, anything but a 1. 6, there's a wound. Okay. All right, we're doing good so far. We're gonna surge. So we're gonna spend a survival to surge. We're gonna attack again. 6+. 1 more hit. Giant Mouth. Reflex. If attacking with a melee weapon and the wound roll for this location is 1 or 2, the monster consumes your weapon. Archive the gear and cancel the attack. If attacking with fist and tooth, suffer the dismembered arm injury. We're not going to get a 1. Anything but a 1 will wound. 6. Okay, so that's another wound. So we are now at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wounds remaining. Okay, so we've surged. That's Jadis's turn. Mrs. Beaver is going to move here and attack with her counterweighted axe. 6+. 2 hits. The Giant Tongue and the Restless Back. Okay, let's do Restless Back first because it's just a +2 luck if you're doing it with a club or a shield. So 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Anything but a 1. 7, that's a wound. Okay, anything but a 1. 7, that's a wound. Okay. Blood and spittle erupt from the Screaming Antelope's wounded undermaw. If the wound roll result is even, suffer 1 brain damage. If the wound result is odd, gain +1 insanity. It's 7, so it's odd, so we gain +1 insanity for Mrs. Beaver. Okay. Then we're going to spend a survival. We don't spend it to surge. Then we're going to attack again. We're going to hit on a 6+. 1 more hit. The Restless Muzzle. If you hit with a club or shield, anything but a 1 is going to wound. That's a wound. I've got to shuffle up my AI deck. Okay. Here we go. So that's a wound. So we have 3 wounds remaining. That's everybody's turn. Everything resets here. Okay. Feeling good. I think we're okay. Okay. AI card for the Screaming Antelope. Stomp and Snort. Random survivor in range, no target graze. So it's not in field of view. So we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's going to be Mrs. Beaver. Intimidate target. The Screaming Antelope begins to stomp and snort excitedly. A gurgling moan sound from its undermouth. Turn to face the target. I guess we can't really do that because we're in the corner. And roll 1d10. 8. On a result of 4+, the target suffers 1 brain damage per monster level and is knocked down. Okay, so we're at 1 insanity, so now we're back to 0. And we're knocked down. Okay, in addition, if the target is insane, they suffer knockback 5. Nope, we're not. Okay. So now Grumpus is going to spend a survival. Don't spend it to encourage Mrs. Beaver. Okay. Then I think we are just going to go for broke here. Let's have Mrs. Beaver attack with her counterweighted axe. So we're going to attack speed 2. Hits on a 6+. 2 perfect hits. Of course, we picked Mrs. Beaver for that, which does not have the red affinity on our counterweighted axe. So on a perfect hit, do not draw a hit location. Monster suffers 1 wound. So it's just two hits. Restless Shoulder and the Ferocious Spasm. Okay, so the Restless Shoulder, if we wound, it'll move away. If the Ferocious Spasm, the Screaming Antelope frantically attacks anything around it. Zone of Death, so Grumpus will get it. 1 at a time, target each survivor in the zone of death and perform base caps. So let's just do Restless Shoulder. And then anything but a 1. 5, so that's a wound. Okay, so now the blow clips the Screaming Antelope's shoulder and it jumps back. Turn the face of the attacker and without turning, move the monster 1 space directly away from the attacker. Oop. Now this Ferocious Spasm is now out of range, so it doesn't trigger. Perfect. All right. So we have 2 wounds remaining. Our hit location deck is pretty small at this point, so there's a chance we're going to hit that. We're going to hit that trap. But Mrs. Beaver is now gone. She can now move. So let's just have her move here. Boop. And then she's going to spend a survival. She does spend it to surge. Actually, you know what? Let's not yet. We can decide later if we want to surge. So let's have Grumpus go. So Grumpus is going to attack with the Hooded Scrap Guitar. 7+, 6+. 6+. We'll go in the blind spot. 5+. 3 and a 4. So that's a miss. Okay, now we're gonna have Jadis move in right here. Counterweighted axe, 6+. That is cocked. Do you see that? Roll. So 1 hit. Furry Throat. If you hit with a club or shield, anything but a 1. 5. That's a wound. There you go. Okay, so we're almost done. Who do we want? Let's have Mrs. Beaver spend a survival. Let's see if she spends it. She does spend it to surge. And then she's going to attack. Counterweighted axe, 6+. 2 hits. Please not the trap. Please not the trap. Good. The Palate and the Restless Inner Thigh. So let's do Restless Inner Thigh to kill the Screaming Antelope. Anything but a 1. 2. That'll do it. Wound. Your attack disables the monster's powerful running muscles. The Screaming Antelope gains -1 movement token. It gains -8 or 6 movement token because it is dead. I should have farmed. I should have farmed more acanthus plants. I was so worried about just not dying and surviving that I didn't do it. I think this tile is bugging me. I think it's backwards. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I got them in backwards. Well, shoot. We survived it. That's all that matters. We got a pelt for our troubles. We got a monster hide. We got a hissing cockroach, and we get 4 basic and 4 screaming antelope resources. Let's do that. So we get monster bone, monster hide, monster organ, monster bone, and then 4 screaming antelope resources. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we get shank bone, large flat tooth, and muscly gums. Okay. All right, we're in much better shape now. I was hoping, though, for some love juice. So we're going to gain 3 endeavors from this because we only have 3 survivors. Okay. And with that, the screaming antelope is defeated. What else? Do we get something else for defeating it? Oh, I forgot about this part. When the monster is defeated, any survivors with 20 plus insanity are driven mad by the monster's death wail. They vanish, screaming into the darkness, never to be seen again. We're okay. If the settlement has pottery, when they defeat a level 2 plus screaming antelope, nope. So we just get 1 hunt XP, 1 weapon proficiency. That's it. I thought that we got a settlement location, but I guess not. Cool. Okay. Good. Whew. That's a weight off my shoulders. Hopefully we can have some babies and have a little bit of a chance, but we'll see. All right, let me set up the settlement and I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I don't feel good about this at all. I just looked at what we're facing next year. It's not good, but that's for later. Okay, so we set up returning survivors. They heal all their stuff. We gain endeavors. We gained 3, 1, 2, 3, which I'm planning on putting into use as long as something horrible doesn't happen. We update the timeline, so we're now in Lantern Year 9. And so we do a settlement event. Okay. Whoa. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open maw. I do not believe this is a good one. A large stone face slowly opens its mouth. Survivors prove their bravery by running into it. So we can spend an endeavor to brave the maw. We're not going to. Good. That wasn't as bad as I thought. I was thinking that was the one where the crack. I think it's cracks in the ground that is the one that's horrible. That basically opens up and you have to make D10 rolls to see if you die, and if you have heavy gear, you automatically die. Blech. Okay. Now we do Nemesis Encounter, Kingsman, level 1. I'm ashamed to say, in my entire career, KDM career, I've never defeated a Kingsman. Or is it the hand that I've never defeated? Might very well be both. Oh my gosh. It's so bad. We might just be done with this. If I TPK against the Kingsman, show over. But that's for the next episode. We also trigger Hooded Knight. Let's do that real quick. Oh, open up right to it. A stranger emerges from the darkness. If any survivor has a Twilight Sword, they duel. We don't anymore. Okay. If not, roll below for a mysterious agenda. Okay. So let's roll a d10. Nope, that misses 4. The Hooded Knight insists on training the uncouth survivors in martial combat. Up to 2 survivors may spend 3 resources each to learn the Mighty Strike fighting art. Hooded Knight leaves with unfinished business and return later. So we got to do unfinished business in 4 years. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Line to year 13. Okay. So what is? Let's look at that fighting art. Mighty Strike. Come on. Of course, it's at the top almost. Okay, Mighty Strike. On a perfect hit, gain +2 strength until the end of the attack. Is that worth 3 resources? What do we got? What do we got in our stuff here? I think, yeah, we've got a ton of vermin. We've got a nightmare tick, a lonely ant, and a cyclops fly. We also have the hissing cockroach. So let's do this. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 total. So let's just do lonely ant, nightmare tick, and the hissing cockroach. That one's gone. And we are going to learn the Mighty Strike fighting art. And who's going to learn this Mighty Strike fighting art? Oh shoot, I forgot. Grumpus is a hoarder. Let's get rid of the monster bone. I forgot about that. Dang it. Let's do, who is the best? Let's do Jadis. Jadis now has Mighty Strike. Perfect hit. Oh no, it's maybe not. I mean, so if we want to have, oh crap, I forgot Jadis has the axe proficiency as well. So Jadis, if we're going to have her use the counterweighted axe, on a perfect hit, we just suffer a wound. So why have her have Mighty Strike? Because it's going to be completely useless because it's not +2 strength, it's just a wound. So let's have Grumpus. Have Grumpus do it. Mighty Strike. Sure, why not? Perfect hit. +2 strength for attack. Okay, so Grumpus does not get an axe proficiency because he used the hooded scrap guitar, but he gains a hunt XP, so his first hunt XP. Jadis gains a hunt XP. I forgot to do all that. And then Mrs. Beaver gains a hunt XP. And she didn't use a bow, so she doesn't gain a weapon proficiency there. I really messed that up. Okay. Alright, so Hooded Knight is done. Okay, so now update the death count. We develop now. Yay. So we're not using any of our other settlements locations at this time. We're going to use the Bonesmith to do a bone blade, so that gives us 1 more melee weapon. We didn't have enough for another counterweighted axe, but we're going to use the monster bone to do that. So that gives us 1 more weapon anyways in the battle, which we just desperately need. We're going to use the muscly gums to get our monster grease back. So that's that. And then we're going to use the lantern horde, the monster organ, the monster hide, and the shank bone, plus an endeavor to innovate. So there's that. Where's our innovation deck, though? Here we go. Okay, and because we have Symposium, we get to draw 4 cards and pick 1. So we're going to do that. There we go. Scarification, cooking, pictograph, and face painting. I don't remember them being, any of those being super good. So face painting, we can, death paint ceremony, departing survivors get +2 survival, +1 insanity. Founder's Eye, can gain +1 to any rolls on the intimacy story event this settlement phase. Ooh, that might be good. Oh, pictograph is runaway. Cooking, we get +1 endeavor and +1 survival limit. Ooh, that one's pretty good. I like pictograph and cooking so far. Scarification, we can get rid of blinded. Oh no, wait. Once per lifetime, gain +1 courage and roll on the location. So we can gain the blinded severe head injury, the tough fighting art, destroyed genitals, gambler scar, we gain +1 permanent luck, or -1 movement. So let's not do scarification of face painting. Let's pick between pictograph and cooking. Let's do cooking. Don't know if we'll get a chance to run away. So we gain cooking now. We gain +1 endeavor at the start of the settlement phase. Our survival limit goes up by 1. So now our survival limit is 7. Which is awesome. Okay. So now, the rest of the stuff, the pelt, the monster hide, the shank bone, and the large flat tooth are going to go into the storage. And we're going to do organ grinder with the last 2 endeavors to augury. So here we go. It's a 3. So we can lose a resource to gain an understanding, and a 1. So both of our endeavors are gone. We don't gain anything from that, which I wanted to trigger intimacy. We have exactly 4 survivors to face a level 1 Kingsman. Great. Just perfect. Okay, well, there you have it, folks. Another lantern year done. Again, barely scraping by. I pick survival of the fittest every single time, and I always suffer from super low population. I mean, another problem with this is I'm facing 2 fights that I've never fought before. So normally, like, we're pretty safe. We'll do a screaming antelope, which you saw I completely annihilated. We'll do a level 1 white lion, which usually comes out fairly good, and then we can kind of build our population. But I wiped to the Drifter Knight. I wiped to the Spidicules the first time. So and I would have wiped to the Drifter Knight if I had known the correct rules, which I just got a response back from the writer of the Drifter Knight, and he said that you're correct. So the aimless drifting, I can't spend survival to kind of dash out of the way. It just kind of moves around crazily. So the counterweighted axes are going to be our friends. Because we got that reach 2, we can kind of sit on the corners, and hopefully that aimless drifting will kind of get us around that. But anyways, that's it for this episode. Next episode, we're going to be finding the level 1 Kingsman, who I have never defeated. So we'll see how it goes. Thanks again for watching.